Okay, let's talk about the lab exam. When it's going to be and what it's going to be like and how do you go there and what's going to happen. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. It's in week 14 and it's during your online scheduled lab class. So, it doesn't really matter if you're in Group A or Group B or whatever. I mean, you know when your schedule says that you're supposed to go to your online lab class. You've been doing that all semester. You know when it is. You know what day it's on and what time it is. So, because I'm saying this because there are 2 online scheduled lab classes. So go to the one that you regularly go to when you meet with your instructor to talk about the lab online. So that's what it is. Just again, do not go to, or the exam, the lab exam is not, it's not, I don't know how to say that any clearer. Let me see. It's not. Yeah. So the lab exam is not during your in-class lab time. So the time that you regularly go physically into school and go to your physical class, that's on your schedule, don't go there. That's not when the lab exam is. The lab exam is during the online scheduled time that you regularly have your online lab class. So with that said and done, let's jump in here. I have put some information here. So this is the final exam, which you guys are doing in week 13, and that's fine. And here's the lab exam in week 14. So when the lab exam is online, right? By the way, it's online, and will take place in week 14 during your scheduled online lab class. It doesn't matter if you're Group A or Group B, just go. Okay. So if you want, let's just go in here. If you want, you can go in and you can meet me or Narain here for your online lab, and we can for the exam. So, pardon me, and we can just hang out with you and meet you here if you want at the beginning of the class, just to I don't know, answer any questions that you have or whatever. But the exam isn't actually in that link. The exam is completely different. So you don't see the exam link here, but it will be in here. Let me just go back out. Okay, so you're going to go in here. These are all the instructions so that you can go and hang out with your instructor, blah, blah, blah. The other thing is that while you are writing your lab exam, either myself or Narain will be there the whole time in the Blackboard Collaborate. So if you have any questions, type them in. Don't use your mic because other people will have that open and live during their exam, so you'll disturb them. So it's kind of like talking during an exam. So if you want, you can ask a question. How long? It'll be an hour and it'll be 2 hours, so 20 minutes. And what it's going to look like is there'll be 4 multiple choice questions, and then and they're really hard. Actually, they kind of are. So and then, but you know, if you've done all your labs, see the lab exam. It's all about. The exams are all about if you've done all the work and you learn all the stuff, you'll do fine. So there are 4 questions, and then there's one where you have to draw a circuit and hand it in. So take a picture of it, scan it, whatever. You're used to doing that. You know how to do that. That's fine. Get it to me and submit it in the exam. Don't submit it in your assignments or don't submit it anywhere else on Blackboard. Submit it in the exam link. Like as you're writing the exam, there will be a place there. Upload file. So yeah, and it must be drawn in your own hand. Don't use Automation Studio. I want to see your own work with your hands. So you have to draw everything so that I understand it. Yeah. So those are the instructions for the exam, and I think that's it. If you have any more questions, email me. Okay, bye.